Okay, Wendy. The recording is in process.
It is.
It is January 9th, 2023, Monday, the day of the national championship
Hold on,
college football game. What?
Is it today or tomorrow?
What?
The game.
Today.
I
What
thought
did
it
I say?
was, today's Monday. I thought it was Tuesday for some reason. Trey, you might need to go ahead and check. Trey, listen, I don't know what to tell anybody. I'm tired. I truly thought the game was tomorrow, Trey. I'm just not ready. I'm not ready. I know you're disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself. Real disappointed. You know what? I literally thought the game was tomorrow.
Okay. Wendy, this is planet Earth.
Okay.
Okay, we're living on planet Earth right now. It's Monday. Yes, the college football game is on tonight. The end of the college football season is tonight, Monday night. And what we like to do, here's the deal. What we like to do this time of year, and normally Alabama typically is playing in this game. So, but this year they're not. It's Georgia TCU. So Georgia TCU goes off tonight at 7:30 in California.
Wow.
Wendy, we did this last year. We had a great time doing it. We love to read out predictions, especially with people that watch this.
Right.
And so I've got 7 or 8 predictions that I'm going to read out. Wendy, you've got some too. I know you've got somewhere to be, but listen, we're here now. We're excited about this. Wendy, you're going to start. I want all your predictions, and then we'll get to my predictions, and then we'll get it on tonight in California. Let's roll.
Listen, I've got a TCU fan. I have got a friend that is an actual TCU fan. Clay graduated from TCU in 1987. So the class of 87. So this guy, real deal. He's loved TCU, watches all their games. This is what he has to say. I said, hey man, prediction for the big game. What you got? He said, Wendy, I just don't know. The rational part of me is having a hard time convincing my heart that this can be done. I've listened to the pundits all week and people try to explain ways that the Horned Frogs can pull out the upset. But if there is a disparity in depth and level of talent that Georgia has over TCU. So it's their ability to adjust to the leadership on the field. I think we can beat them, but nobody on the TCU sideline has been in a situation or atmosphere like this. And let me tell you something, Clay, that's smart. It's a really smart thing to say. You're right. I haven't thought about TCU not getting to this big game, never being in this type of big game. Also, he said, let's see here. Last little thing he's got, he said, I think I can rationalize myself so that I'm not disappointed if we do lose. But what kind of horned frog would I be if I didn't choose my beloved purple and white to beat Georgia 45-42? So Clay's got it 45-42. So
in a monster shootout, Clay.
I mean, that's a high scoring game, isn't it?
Good information. Who's next, Wendy?
But listen, I'm going to do moms because this is hilarious. This is specifically for Chris Arnold. Chris Arnold, if you're listening, this is specifically for you. I said, Mom, give me a prediction for tomorrow's game. Still thinking. We'll text with the number. Thinking right now it will be a closer game than people think. Also, what does RMFT mean?
Oh.
Talking about Chris Arnold's text. So Chris Arnold, I had to call Mom and tell her what RMFT means. We're not going to say it on here, but I had to call Mom and let her know. Georgia played a hell of a game, but barely beat Ohio State. They had to play the game of their life to win. I'm pulling for Georgia and the SEC, of course, but all that being said, Bob, 38-17, TCU.
Mom and Bob go TCU.
Bob goes 38-17 TCU. Mom goes 41-31 Georgia. Yep.
So Mommy B is going for the Dogs. Bob is going for TCU.
Okay. And then I've got my buddy Adam White, who's like the biggest Tennessee fan that I've ever met in my life. So just for giggles, I was like, hey, why not? I said, hey,
Adam, nice guy. Very nice guy. What's up,
Very
Adam?
nice guy. One of the best men I've ever met. Prediction for the big game. He said, go Vols. They're not playing, Adam. Just FYI, go Vols are not playing. He said, I'm pulling for TCU. I think it will be TCU by 7. And then he said, Vols by 50.
There we go.
Vols not playing. So
hey, once a Vol, always a Vol, baby.
Yep. And then two of our very favorite listeners, Susan and Melissa, they said, if Georgia plays like they did against Ohio State, they deserve to lose. We do think they are the best team in the country, but they better show up or TCU will spank that. Bleep. Live, love watching TCU quarterback plays with so much heart and fun to watch. And Trey, I mean, really, as I wrap mine up, I think that's kind of the key right now for a lot of football fans. I'm going to pull for Georgia in the SEC. That's what I do. But I think this TCU quarterback, I do think the country has fallen in love with him. And let me tell you this, I'm not going to be that upset if Georgia doesn't repeat. Just between me and you, like, I'm not going to be that upset if they don't repeat. I mean, I'm not really in the mood to listen to all of 2023, Alabama, Georgia, who's the better dynasty. We are. Alabama is. There should be no discussion. Zero discussion should be had. So there's that small, tiny baby part of me that really secretly wouldn't be too upset if TCU won this game. So that's what I've got.
All right. Good. And thank you, everybody that put that in. Wendy, yes. I'm going to try to get through these. And I always get nervous doing this because I don't want to leave anybody out.
Me too.
Because if somebody took the time to respond to me, I want to put this out because we love these people listening. We enjoy doing this. So let me get through this. Well, let's talk about Barry for example. Let's talk about Barry. Barry we bring up on this thing all the time because he's a Georgia fan and Georgia's good right now. So Barry, Wendy, I literally talked to the dude for 45 minutes last night, and him hauls around, going this and that. And I said, well, do you think they're going to win? Well, I don't know. Do you think they're going to lose? Talking about Georgia. Well, I don't know. I said, well, Barry, to make a prediction, you have to predict what is going to happen.
Right.
Barry comes out yesterday and he says, I hope UGA pulls out a win. Now, that's his prediction. I had to inform him that is not a prediction. That is a hope. So Barry comes back today. Barry likes the Dogs 41-27.
Okay, so he finally did something. Okay.
He finally did something. Jacob is his son. He likes the Dogs 38-21.
Okay.
Jacob Webb, that is. Big text thread that we're on. Chris Arnold's text thread. We've already mentioned him one time on this. We've got several off of that vein. Kobe, what's up? Kobe, you have been real solid on this thread this year. I for a moment, I thought you had left the conversation. You obviously did not. Kobe likes Georgia 36-26.
Okay.
So some symmetry there. Our 303 guy. 303, we now know as Mike, the MVP of this text thread. At first, I was a little bit shocked. He goes 52-36 Dogs.
Wow.
And that's all he sent. And I was like, don't let this MVP thing go to your head. I need more than a score. He does come back with TCU holds close for 2 quarters and then get blown out in the second half. So Mike, that's what you're going with. Chris Arnold comes back with 49-35 Georgia.
Wow.
So Nacho likes the Dogs.
Yeah.
Corbin, what's up, Corbin? Corbin, one of the nicer guys you'll meet, really, truly.
Right.
Kind of a nice guy from the word go. It's not like you really have to get to know him for him to be a nice guy. He's just kind of a nice guy. Corbin likes TCU 31-28.
Okay, Corbin.
And Corbin gives a little bit more context. He says Georgia has been struggling, and I think TCU fights just hard enough to win this game.
I like that clip, Trey. I like that.
And that is that. We got our boy Jason Rockhill.
Yes.
Jason Rockhill is the man with a plan. Jason likes Georgia Bulldogs 38-17.
Wow. Okay.
He is a busy man. All right, let's go to this one. We have our boy Chad Martin.
Chad Martin, the Auburn fan.
Chad Martin, the Auburn fan, one of the best sales guys I know, one of the best guys that I know.
Yes.
If you wanted to go hunting, he could go hunting. If you wanted to take him to play golf, he'd beat you in golf. He's just kind of one of those guys. He's going 45-27, Dogs on top.
Wow.
TCU will come out hot.
Yeah.
but then push hook a wedge. That's a little bit of it. That's a
Yep.
golf term. He just hits one off the planet.
Right.
The Horny Toads fall victim to too much more physical SEC squad.
Yep.
Chad thinks the SEC is going to out physical late in the second half.
Yep. And
Chad,
honestly, Trey, that's what I think is going to happen. I mean, I think it's going to be.
We're going to get to your prediction, Wendy. We're going to get
my
your
prediction looks really funny. Oh,
hold on. You look cute today, by the way. I know you got to go do something, so I'm trying to hurry up. You're doing good. Everybody's doing good. All right, here we go. Uncle Joey. Okay, Uncle Joey, we know will be watching this game. Obviously,
Yes.
He's a big Alabama fan. He likes Georgia 48-13.
Wow.
Now, Wendy, listen to this. This is a good take. TCU has no business playing. Kansas State might have a better chance. Georgia is playing a joke of a team.
But listen, y'all, Uncle Joey, he does not care. If Alabama's not in it, nobody deserves to be in it. Uncle Joey talks more trash about every other team in this country, and he talks better trash than anybody I've ever met in my whole entire life. It is a shame if you don't know Joey Topazzi if you're an Alabama fan. It's a shame, and I'm sorry for everybody that doesn't get to know him during the football season. He's the best Alabama fan on the planet, in my opinion.
So Joey has a blowout. Chris, your husband.
Yes.
Your husband.
He texted
Chris,
you.
He said, ooh, Lordy, them Bulldogs fitting to win by 40.
Wow. Okay.
He has Georgia 57, TCU 17.
God.
Hey, let me read that again. Ooh, Lordy, them Bulldogs fitting to win by 40.
Wow. Okay.
Chris, great response. It rhymes. It has some cachet to it. I really like it. I got Mom and Bob, but you've already done Mom and Bob. Will and Bear. We have Will the Thrill Hill. Will the Thrill Hill is now a North Carolina guy. He has got 35-28 TCU. So we have got some TCU love in the crib. 38-25 TCU. He says, tell Barry I'm sorry, but 5-7 to 13-1 tells me it's meant to be.
Wow.
I think he's talking about TCU's record.
Yep.
And that's kind of where I'm going to go to. I'm an SEC fan to the core, but you asked for my prediction, so fear the frog.
Yeah.
Really good there. Bear Burnett. Now, we all know Bear. By God, Bear is going to have a rhyme and reason for everything on planet Earth. This guy is a legend to many.
Yes.
Bear likes 37-34 TCU.
What?
Bear Burnett's going with TCU. Yeah, and we always know Bear's going to get some commentary. Complete gut call here, but it's going to be one of two outcomes. Georgia wins by 3 and scores or loses by a field goal, or I'm a true underdog believer. So give me the Frogs on the money line.
Yep.
So he's taking a really close game. He likes the Frogs to pull it out in the end.
Wow.
All right, let's get to Jamie Ray.
Jamie Ray.
Yeah, he's rocking it over in Atlanta or South Atlanta, wherever he lives. He's probably cooking something at this point.
Yeah,
probably be a great place to be on this game because he's going to be cooking something. Georgia goes, let's see, I think it'll be a football game for 2 quarters. TCU's on a high horse right now, but if Georgia plays their game, the Horned Frogs don't stand a chance.
There you go, Jamie Ray. Oh my gosh, I hope you're doing well, Jamie. I really do.
That is that. George Buhacker. George Buhacker is a guy that I work with. He is a legend in the insurance business. He's the president of one of the biggest associations in the state of Alabama. Great guy. George Buhacker has Georgia by 10.
Okay.
He kept it real simple. Connor Hallmark's another one of the guys that I work with. Connor is one of the best guys that I know. He runs hard now. Connor runs hard, but Connor has TCU by 3.
What?
Connor likes TCU by 3. That is correct. Bronson, love to shout you out right now. You did not respond to my text, so I can't do anything for you, buddy. And the last one I've got here, Wendy, and I'm pretty sure this is the last one that I've got, is Aunt Julie.
Yes, Aunt Julie. What she got
So
for us?
Aunt Julie comes back and says, "Hey nephew, fun show." She says, "I have named it Denise and the Nephew Unplugged." So our Aunt
I love
Julie has
it. That's a
named
great
our show
name.
Denise and the Nephew Unplugged.
That's right.
For her prediction, she goes TCU 45, Georgia 35. No dynasty for those dogs.
See,
Then she says, "Love you, roll tide roll."
she's
So
like me. She doesn't want that dynasty. I don't either.
she does not want the dynasty, Wendy. And listen, I'm pretty sure that's all the responses I got. And thank you everybody for responding. Thank you
Yes.
for listening. And Wendy, it is now time.
For
And
our
somebody
prediction.
turned the heat on in this office. Somebody has turned the heat on this office, and I'm quasi sweating right now. But that's fine. This is not about me.
No, it's not.
This is about we,
Right.
right? But
This
I'm
is the
officially
year of,
sweating
this is
right
the
now.
year of the we, 2023, the year of the we.
Wendy, break it down.
Listen, here's the thing. I'm an SEC fan. I want the SEC to win it. I really do. TCU has been this Cinderella story, really fun to watch. Played a really great game against Michigan. Can't figure out if Michigan was just overrated or if they just can't pull it out because their coach is terrible. I don't know. But here's my true prediction, and mine's really close to Barry. That's what's funny. My prediction is 48-27. That's my prediction. I believe the first half is going to be amazing. I believe that TCU is going to stay toe-to-toe, but I'm going to always go to this fourth quarter stuff. You have no idea the difference in conditioning in the SEC and all these other conferences. And when you get to that fourth quarter and we've got 15 people that haven't stepped on the field yet, and they can go in for 2 plays and make something happen, and you've got guys in a bench that's exhausted, in my opinion, they're just not going to be able to do it. But let me tell you something, if they figure out a way, I won't be that upset if in the morning TCU won this ball game. That's
tomorrow morning, Wendy.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, because this is happening tonight.
Because it's happening tonight.
So right. As the kids say, you don't even have to sleep. There's no more sleeps in between this.
Right.
Yeah,
I just have to literally be in front of the TV at 7:30. That's right, Trey.
So you like Georgia.
I do.
You like Georgia pretty big, but you can see TCU winning the game. I think a lot of people feel that way. Wendy, that's kind of where I'm going with this thing. Listen, straight off the top, I think Georgia's going to win the football game. I think Georgia's just that much better. I think Georgia got a little bit of a surprise. I think they took Ohio State's best shot and still beat Ohio State. I think that gives Georgia a lot of confidence. But I also think that's going to settle Georgia's players down just a little bit because they have gotten that kind of out of the way. Maybe they were a little bit tight in that first semifinal game. I think they're going to come out and unload on these guys. And I just think Georgia's got too much juice. Georgia's going to win back-to-back national championships. And you know, I don't know about dynasty or whatever. I mean, they've made a good 2-year run. Okay, well, cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I don't know if we're at dynasty yet. Are they the best team in college football right now?
Sure.
Probably. And so, okay, we'll give them that. So I like Georgia to win the game out there. Now here, and I'll say the other side of it. I really think if TCU wins the football game, if for some reason TCU does win the football game, it kind of goes back to, and now I'm trying to remember who said it, but it might've been Will. Will said it. You know, if TCU wins the game, it's just destined to be.
Right.
I mean, if TCU figures out to win the game, it's just destined to be. And, you know, I don't think that's going to happen. I look for a great football game, and I'm excited about watching it. Go Dogs.
Yeah.
I think Georgia wins, and they're reigning national championships, and everybody's going to have to talk about Stetson Bennett for the rest of their life, Wendy.
Literally. Yep. Hey, listen, if he figures out a way to do it, man, I mean, look at this 34-year-old just going out here and winning a bunch of stuff. I mean, nothing wrong with it. Sorry. He's following his dreams, Trey. He's following his dreams.
And Barry's on me all the time. He's like, why is everybody hating on Stetson Bennett? Look, man, everybody hates on these winners. It doesn't matter if Stetson Bennett or anybody else. If Bryce Young had won back-to-back, they'd be hating on Bryce Young too. If people hate on winners, and that's fine. But Wendy,
and listen, you need to tell Barry, we've gotten used to this. What is my favorite line? I live in Knoxville, Tennessee. I wear my Alabama all the time. So trust me, guys, I get stopped a lot in that Costco. Oh, you're wearing the wrong color. And I'm like, yeah, everybody hates the winner. So just remember, Georgia, every single person hates the winner. So when they talk, it's just because they ain't us. Does that make sense? They ain't us. So they're getting there, but they're not us yet. So
All right, listen, everybody out there, enjoy the game. It's going to be fun. What we'll do
Yes.
is we'll either jump back on tomorrow, or maybe Wednesday, because this kind of
Yes.
wraps up our season as well. But we really enjoyed doing this. Good luck tonight. And the game's at 6:30 Central, 7:30
30 my
Eastern.
time.
It
Mhm.
seems like it's a little bit earlier.
It
than
is
typical,
earlier, which is great.
Congratulations, somebody that could figure out that we didn't want to be up at 2:00 in the morning on a Monday. So we
That's
all should be
right.
able to watch the game. Strap your helmets on, lock the doors, and let's rock and roll. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I love you.
Love you. Roll Tide and go Dogs.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
All right. Bye.